So we're talking Fall Classic here. So be mindful of the level in which your team member is at. So when you're picking your goals. So say, for example, my team member is Wendy. She's a brand new coach of mine. She's been a coach for about a month, and she's had a couple challenge pack sales so far. But she has been brought on since we haven't been doing a training, a new coach training in a while. So I was having a call with her the other day, and I said, well, and you've been doing your power hour? And she's like, what's a power hour? And I'm like, oh yeah, you don't know what that is yet. So you need to meet them at the level that they're at. And if you need to do some training along the way, it's a great opportunity to do that. Now, speaking of training, let me address this before we get into the meat of today's call. And I apologize if I'm going fast, but again, I'm trying to shorten these videos or these calls now to 30 minutes. So I'm going to be moving quickly. However, we had a discussion in the VIP group this week about training. I had been messaging Amanda about Wendy, my new coach, who's really wanting to rock and roll, and I want to get her started. When is our new next 10-day new coach rockstar tour? Here's the thing, friends. It was working okay, but not as good as we wanted or hoped. And I know many of you know that we're all a part of Team Made, which is Melissa McAllister's team, right? And she outsources all of her training to Jeanette Godrich, which is her personal assistant. And Jeanette has an automated system that I think it's kind of like everything that we've been doing, except instead of people having a group that they're a part of, like a group, literally when they choose to start the training system, it's 10 days though, they get sent an email every day for 10 days as far as training is concerned. Now, I know that doesn't seem real personal, but the cool part about it is when you have a brand new coach sign up, they can sign up for this system the next day and start getting trained ASAP instead of having to wait for a group who's going to be doing it. Also, the benefit of it is they just get started faster. That's just the main benefit that I see. Oh, it's also been proven more effective too. Because Melissa, with Elite, there's Elite points, and they're all based on who in your downline are hitting Success Club. And she got like over, I can't tell you the number, but over 100 Elite points last month because she had so many coaches in her downline hit Success Club. And since she's been using this automated system, her percentage for coaches hitting Success Club have gone sky high. So she's currently I think number 5 or number 6 in the company because of this system. That's what she is attributing it to, because once you get up as high as she is into the company, it's not just about her own productivity, it's about what her people are doing under her. So we are playing with it in the VIP group first, and then she's going to roll it out to everyone else. However, she did ask us to name 5 coaches in our organization that we want to enroll in this. I have named 2 of my new coaches, which is Wendy and Cammie. However, I only named 2 because my other 2 new coaches that I just signed up are just interested in being a discount coaches. So I'm opening it up to the rest of you. Have any of you signed up brand new coaches that you want them enrolled in this program ASAP? If so, message me as soon as we're done. Send me a PM with the name of your coach, and I will add them to my list. But you need to do it first. It's first come, first serve, and each coach only has 5, and I've put in 2, so I have 3 more spots left. So get those to me. So I'm going to take I'm just going to look around here. If you have any questions about this training system or about the Fall Classic, give me a wave before I go on, and I'll take you off mute. Anybody? Nope. Okay. So let's get to the meat of the training. So last week we talked about getting coaches started right, and we were talking about walking them through the back office and all that. So what is next? Here we go. Getting coaches started right, part 2, Team Butterfly Effect, all hands call. Oh, and it has March 18th. That was the first time we did it. I haven't updated these slides, have I? So 3 vital behaviors. Or let's just be real here. Jacob hasn't updated the slides. It's not me. He's the one who makes all this for you guys. 3 vital behaviors. What are they? They are the keys to success in our company. The keys to success. If you do these 3 things, you will be successful, but you have to do them consecutively. Let's talk about it. Be proof the product works. So what does that mean? That means drinking your Shakeology. Are you doing your workouts? So you're drinking your Shakeology every day? Are you using any of our other supplements? Are you following your meal plan? First and foremost. So, if you're drinking Shakeology and you're doing your workouts, but you're still not advancing your fitness, you need to look to see, are you following the meal plan? Because we all know that abs are built in the kitchen. We all know that nutrition is 80% of our results. And yes, Shakeology is an amazing tool, and that is, many people can have amazing results by just doing that and not even following the meal plan. However, once you get to a certain point of financial fitness, once you get to a certain level, it's not just about drinking Shakeology anymore, because after you've lost a substantial amount of weight or you're closer to your goal weight, it really does come down to those meal plans and following your caloric goals very meticulously. So are you doing those things? If you're not, why should someone listen to you? Why should someone believe you that these products work? Be proof the product works. Be your own billboard for your company, and the rest will fall into place. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this, and this is really, really sad. But about, 3 years ago, Khalif was the member of the Little Gym, or maybe it's 2 years ago. That's where Jill Donovan and I reconnected, was at the Little Gym. Anyway, I was wearing a Beachbody shirt one day in the class, and someone asked me about it, and they said, you're the first fit Beachbody coach I've ever met. What? That hit me hard. So it's saying one of 2 things. Either there's lots of discount coaches out there, there's lots of people doing our thing, promoting the products, who really aren't completely walking the walk and following the meal plans, and giving our company a bad name because they're saying they're coaches and they're helping people, but yet they're still not proof the product works. That could be one side of the story. The other side of the story could be that they're just on their fitness journey, and maybe they've already lost 50 pounds and people just don't know that yet. But bottom line is people notice and people pay attention. So are you proof the product works? Someone just called, whoever just signed in, if you could mute yourself, or maybe I'll mute that person. I'm hearing someone typing on the computer. Now when I went back, I don't see it. I'm hearing someone typing. Okay. Commit to personal development. So as you're doing your personal development, are you reading your 15 pages or your 10 pages a day? Are you listening to 15 minutes of audio a day? If you're not, it shows. Let me tell you why this is important. You're not expected to be a fitness professional. You're not expected to be a nutrition expert to be a Beachbody coach. So How do you become more informed? You do personal development. I always say you need to become a student of what you need more of in your life. So if you're a brand new coach, you're just starting your fitness journey, you're just beginning this. It depends on where you are mentally, emotionally, spiritually, maybe of what you need to be reading. But if it's someone who really has no clue about nutrition, maybe they need to read and learn about nutrition. If it's someone, I don't necessarily feel like people need to read books about exercise, because just push play, do the DVD, right? It's going to work for you as long as you do it. But for a lot of people who are just starting their journey, it's a big mental thing. It's a big mental thing. So I'm always encouraging people to read things like the 4 Agreements or Push or, there's so many. It just depends on what they need. What's Jill's favorite one? The Darren Hardy. I've lost it. The Compound Effect. There we go. That's one of the great ones too, right? So, but those are really good at the beginning of your journey as a coach. But as you get more entrenched into the business, you need to read stuff about leadership, about being a better leader, about being a business owner. Because you may say, well, I don't have a team. I'm not really leading anybody. But if you want to become a leader, you need to step up to be the leader before you have the team. Okay? Once you have 10 coaches on your team or 8 coaches on your team, you're already a leader. They're looking up to you. And if you're just thinking about starting personal development on leadership, you're a little bit behind the game. Okay? So you need to make a commitment to become a student of what you need to be in your life. Become the leader that people want to follow. And now my slides have stopped. And I'm thinking it's because I X'd out. There it goes. I X'd out, and okay, I'm just going to have to flip through these real quick. And I'm not going to X out again. Here's Jacob's beautiful graphics all flowing through one more time. Here we go. And become the leader you want to follow. 10 pages in 15 minutes. Oh, by the way, guys, as you grow in your business, this is the thing that I hear the most from the top elite coaches. They are not doing this. They are not doing 15 pages in 15 minutes. They are doing a ton more than that. And if you're like me, I've become a lover of audio because I'm so busy that I don't spend a lot of time sitting and reading anymore. And quite frankly, reading puts me to sleep. So it's a tool for me to go to sleep at night. So if I sit down to read at night for an hour, it ain't going to happen. It's like 15 minutes and I'm out. So I literally, as soon as I send my kids out the door for school or night out for school in the morning, I have my podcast going or whatever I'm listening to on audio, and I literally listen to it the whole time I'm getting ready, brushing my teeth, washing my face, getting dressed. Like it's just going constantly. I'm in the car, it's going constantly. I'm cooking dinner, I'm listening to personal development. Like I'm literally listening to personal development all the time when I'm not engaged in an activity that I have to be engaged with a person or specifically in conversation, like sending messages or something like that. So that's just what the elite coaches do. And so I'm doing my best to replicate what they're doing. Invite. So being proof the product works and doing your personal development and invite people to join you. That's it. So let's talk about the power hour. So you're inviting. What are you doing? Check in with your challenge groups. It's my personal opinion to keep your promises. We promised that we were going to help people. So check in with them. How are all of your challengers doing? if you don't keep your promises, people will spread the word, right? I mean, the best thing we can get are referrals, but we don't want negative referrals to people. So keep your promises and be the coach that you would want to have. Check your back office, alerts and notifications and breaking news. Stay on top of the game. Stay on top of the game. Now, as far as alerts are concerned, do you have any new coaches? Is there anything new going on in Beachbody that you need to know about? I'm always checking the back office on Monday so I can listen to the National Coach Call post-recorded, and I get it all back there. Also, do you have coaches about to go inactive? Is it Wednesday or is it Tuesday, and you all of a sudden saying that you have so many coaches being inactive? I mean, for those of us who are running it pretty tight as far as our coaches are concerned, I mean, I'm checking that every day to see, do I need to make sure I sign a coach up over here instead of over here because someone else has gone inactive? Pay attention to that. I literally dropped from 1 star to emerald 1 week because I wasn't paying attention and one of Jacob's coaches went inactive. And so I no longer had an emerald on that side holding my place. That's a big difference in your paycheck, going from 1 star to emerald overnight. So now you're going to invite 2 people to join your challenge groups or look at the coaching business opportunity every day. Minimum. That's it. 2 people. 2 people. So if you're a brand new coach, you start with your list of 10 and you start working with that. You start with the people who are closest to you and your life, and you ask them to join you. Preferably, you have been proof the product works and people are starting to ask you about it. But if not, put your story out there. Put your story out there so people know. So it's not random when you're asking them to come join you on this challenge group. And if you're proof the product works, it's a whole lot easier to invite people because you have that personal experience. Follow up with 4 contacts. And I know if you're brand new, you may not have 4 people to follow up with if you're just in your first week of coaching. But that will come. And again, 4 is a minimum. And where I always start is my inbox of who's messaged me back, who has the conversation still going. So that's always where I start, is with those. So, and just FYI, friends, I know I've shared this before, but while I am doing my power hour, I have a notebook right next to me that I have an F, an I, and an FU. FU stands for follow-ups, not something bad. Anyway, as I'm working, I'm putting tick marks, right? Putting tick marks. So whenever I'm done with that power hour, I can see, okay, did I have at least 2 invites? Did I have at least 4 follow-ups there? And there I know where to go. So say, for example, if I sit down to do my follow-ups and I only have 2 messages in my inbox from people who I'm going back and forth with, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look back at my spreadsheet, which, by the way, you need to be documenting your invites and follow-ups somewhere, right? However that works for you, whether it be a spreadsheet. I think Anne's been using a program, I think it's called Automated CEO. And I think in a couple weeks, she's going to do a training for us on that program to see if any of you all are interested in using that too. You can use that system. I personally have a spreadsheet that I've been working off of for the past couple of years, which Jacob is working on making it more fancy and razzle-dazzle for me. But whether you're a hard copy person, whether you are a soft copy spreadsheet type person, you just need to make sure that you're documenting it somewhere. So if you don't have 2 people to go back and follow up with, then you go back to your list. Who did I message last week? Who did I invite last week that I haven't heard back from? And so maybe you just send them a message that says, hey, did you get that message that I sent to you last week about the challenge group that I'm about to run, the accountability group? And FYI, guys, I always make it really easy for people to tell me that they're not interested. Really easy. I just want to let you know that you won't hurt my feelings if you're not interested. I understand if this isn't the right time for you. Please just let me know. I would love to hear back either way. Always make it super easy for people to back out. And then if you have more time, be social on the web. Connect and find others. So this is kind of just with my last few minutes of my power hour. I'll go back and I'll look at my Facebook page and look to see who is commenting and liking on my stuff. And so then what I'll go do, and then I'll go and comment and like on their stuff on their page, or I'll reply to them on my post, and I'll tag them to make sure it comes up. Because let's face it, we're interested in people who are interested in us, and it goes vice versa. So if you just have time, go to the news feed and scan through and see if there's anybody who maybe you haven't seen their stuff in a while and you want to re-engage with them and like or comment on their stuff, because how the algorithms of Facebook works is the more you like and comment on people's stuff, the more your stuff shows up in their news feed. Okay, have you ever noticed that all you see in your news feed some days are just other Beachbody coaches stuff? Have you ever noticed that? That happens to me all the time, especially when I haven't been taking the time to be social on social media. We don't just want our stuff to be showing up in other Beachbody's news feeds, Beachbody coaches' news feeds. We also want other people to see our stuff too. So take time to being social on social media. However, do that last. Do it last. And only if you have time. Why? Because how often do you sit down and say, oh, I'm going to go work, and I'm going to be a little bit social first on social media. I'm going to check to see who's liked my stuff and who's commented, and then before you know it, you click here, you click there, you click there, and then all of a sudden an hour's gone by and you haven't sent out a single invite. Where did the time go, right? So do that last. Be very diligent about your time. Success checklist. Daily. This is what you're going to do every day if you're going to be successful as a new coach, or even as a coach, period. I still do these same things every day, guys, okay? So nothing changes from the time you're a brand new coach to the time you're an elite coach. Daily. Self-development. Work out and drink your Shakeology. Nail the power hour. Weekly. National wake-up call. Attend this call right here, and it's in live events. So I honor each and every one of you for being on this call right now. If you haven't listened to the National Wake Up Call this week, please go back and do it recorded. For those of you who are new coaches listening to this, know that you can always go to your back office and go to news and then scan down, and there's always the recorded call or the MP3 that you can download, and you can listen to it there. However, the National Coach Call is, I believe it's at 9:30 Central Time. Yes, am I right? Am I right? I only see Eric's face. Am I right? Is it 9:30 Central Time? So that would be 10:30 Eastern Time, something like that. Yeah. So do that weekly. Listen to it recorded if you have to. If you can't make this call, listen to it recorded. Watch the video recorded. I hope you're going to attend a Super Sunday this weekend or a Super Saturday. So as long as you all are doing this, you will be successful. If you have brand new coaches who couldn't be on this call today and they couldn't watch the call last week, please, please, please make it their homework to do it, especially with the Fall Classic coming up. These two calls right here will be great training for them. We'll be moving into the 5-step invitation process probably next week, if not next week, the following week. So again, great tools for going into the Fall Classic. Get them involved. And this is the last thing I'm going to say, guys. We're 2 minutes out. This has nothing to do with today's information. This is just a nugget. I'm going to stop sharing for right now, just so I can see all of your faces, because I feel really weird only seeing Eric's face. Um, now I see everybody's faces. Okay. This is just something that I'm going to take you all off mute because I want to get your feedback on it too. So I've run a Facebook ad, and I've made my first sale off of it, which I'm really stoked about. However, just as the means of treating others the way we want to be treated, if you see an ad up that you could almost swear it's a Beachbody ad, okay? If you can swear it's a Beachbody coach, do not click like. I'm asking you again, do not click like. Why? Because we as coaches have to pay for every like and every comment we're getting. So I don't know how many messages I sent to people this week. Oh, I saw you liked my ad about getting lean before Halloween, because I think I have like 70 likes on there, 65 or 70 likes, which is great. I'm not bitching about it, that's for sure. But probably about out of those 65 or something like that, probably a good 10, maybe 20 are Beachbody coaches. So I've paid for about 10 or 20 likes from Beachbody coaches. So I'm asking you, just to, as we all, Team Butterfly Effect, we live by be the change you want to see in the world, which is in essence the golden rule. So please be mindful of that. Okay, let's pay it forward, and let's not make other people pay for us clicking like. Now I have you all off of mute before we say goodbye. I know Anne has run an ad. Has anyone else run an ad yet? Becca? Eric? Anne, Becca, and Eric, could you guys all quick give me just feedback on how it's gone for you? Anne, go first.
I did sell one challenge pack, but I spent more so far than I have earned from that. But I have gained in the cold market that I'm in right now, because I've already gone through all of my contacts. So I've added about 70 new people.
Awesome.
At least, I think, to my list at least that I've messaged or friended or following me. So, I mean, I think it'll come. I have hope that it will continue to grow and that it will pay off. Because definitely, and I know you put the price on yours. I didn't put the price on the one I'm running right now, but I did put the 30-day money-back guarantee on there, and I upped the income level. And so I'm not getting as many people, but the people that I've gotten on this next one are serious people that really are willing to do it. So
awesome.
I have hope on it, so I'm going to continue doing it.
Me too. Okay, what about you, Becca?
Kind of the same. I haven't sold anything yet, but I have about 4, I think, really good conversations going right now with people that are actually sharing with me their goals and where they're at and what they're doing. So I'm hoping, still fingers crossed, that I'll get at least 1 or 2 sales from that. I was hoping by the end of the month, but if not, for October for the Fall Classic would be great too. I've gotten about 20 new likes over the last couple weeks on my page, and I've gained, I think, about 60 or so new contacts.
Awesome.
On Facebook, so that was huge because I felt like I was kind of stuck with meeting new people and making new contacts. So I'm kind of like Anne. I'm hoping that more that will come soon, where they'll see what I'm doing and that I'm doing it consistently and everything. So hopefully more will come from that.
Eric, what's been your experience?
Mine actually went pretty well. I ran mine for 5 days, and I got a lot of likes over the weekend. So I wouldn't mind to run over the weekend just to see, just for a time difference, how well it works over the weekend versus the weekday. And obviously over the weekend I'll have a lot more people involved with it. I picked up probably about 10 new friends. I got about 8 of them now that I'm messing. messaging back and forth, try and get them in a challenge group, my P90X3 challenge group, October 13th, if anybody's interested. Yeah, it's worked out good. I haven't sold nothing yet, but I have, like I say, 8 people that are really interested. So I'm hoping in the next, I got 2 of them looking at this weekend, supposed to make a decision whether they want to buy it this weekend or not. So, and actually I had another lady, girl I went to school with. She actually this weekend, she's going to be buying the ultimate package from P90X3 along with Multiply or HD Shakeology. So it should be a pretty good size sale. Probably the biggest single sale I've made. So.
Oh, that always feels good. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
awesome. Well, I highly encourage you if you're feeling like what Ann and Becca were talking about. I was feeling the same way, about feeling a little bit stuck with the amount of contacts you're recently having, feeling like maybe you've kind of tapped out your market. I would highly encourage running an ad. What we found is the magic dollar amount is $10 a day. I know that might sound a little bit pricey, but you can always pause it if it's not working for you. You only pay for the likes that you get, so you don't automatically just pay $10 a day. I mean, if I think maybe out of the 8 or 9 days mine's been running, maybe it's run 10 now. I mean, I haven't even gotten close to paying 10 times 8. Like, I haven't even gotten close to paying that much. But the bottom line, what I'm trying to share with you, the point being, is 60 new likes, 50 new likes, 30 new likes, whatever. Those are all people that will be that will have their eyes on you come the first of the year, definitely in December time when people are setting their goals. And I saw that you just typed something, but just say it.
Oh, after I had added the majority of those contacts, I posted my before and after on my Facebook page, and I noticed that people that never responded to me the first few messages that I sent them actually messaged me back after seeing that post. So maybe it kind of made them think I was more of a real person than just a ad behind the computer, so they decided to respond.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one thing we found too was that if you run an ad on your personal page and on your like page, and you start to get a lot of likes, but maybe you're not, yes, Brian, you can look at everyone else's ads. Just go to our pages and go look at it. And honestly, I downloaded it, the information, I uploaded it in our file section in the Team B group. So you can actually just copy and paste the text that is there. But if you want to, go to my wall and look at the one that I did. Honestly, I didn't use the text from just this last one. I changed it up because I decided I want to use the money back guarantee. I wanted to put the price in. Like, I wanted all of those details, so those weren't objections. Like, people can't object if they already know all the information. But what I was finding is they weren't sending me personal messages. Like, they thought they were just liking it. They were going and adding me or whatever. But then when I ran the same exact ad on my wall, then not on my like page, on my wall, I took out the money, the dollars, because I didn't want to get in trouble, because technically on our walls we can't sell anything. So I didn't put any prices or anything on there, but still put, if you're not happy, you get your money back, or something like that. But then that's when the sales started to come in. So I think there's like, they got attracted to me by my like page, but then they dove in through my personal page. So we can talk all about all this at another time, but it's encouraging to me now that we're all starting to at least see some traction from this and expanding our market. So way to go. Keep being the change you want to see in the world, guys. Do you have any other questions or comments or concerns before we hang up for the day? Okay. Have a fantastic week. You still have a couple more days left to hit Success Club. Go for it. Go strong. Go strong. Go strong. I believe in you. Happy weekend.